Hey everyone, Magpie 307 here. This is part 2 of my wine making, my apple wine. So what I'm going to do is transfer the wine, as you can see in there. It's just over a gallon, but by the time I strain off the liquid into the fermenting jar, they'll be down to about a gallon anyway, so the fruit displaces much of the water, or the liquid, should I say. So right, I'll get on with it. I've got everything ready here. Got my new, well, not a new demijohn, but it's a fairly new demijohn. I've got my airlock and the bung. Used it before. I'll sterilise all these before I put them in. Got my spoon. Got my brush to clean out the demijohn. The funnel, not a big one, but it's ideal. I've got my straining bag, which is new. I used this for the last straining of the apple into the bin. Got my ladle and everything ready. Sorry, it's a bit dark here, but I got my ladle. I'll sterilise all these before I start anyway. So first job is to wash the demijohn. So I'll get on with that. And I'll take some video of that as I'm going along. Right, see you in a bit. Right, the first job is to clean everything properly. As you can see, with soap and water. I'll sterilise it a bit later on. Campden tablet and a bit of citric acid. Crushed Campden tablet and a bit of citric acid. Get my words out properly. Make sure everything's clean and sterile. Right, I've curved my brush without making a mess. A little bit of a curve on my brush so I can get into the neck area as such. So I can just whirl it around all that and clean the neck area, the shoulders and the neck. Right, that's the first stage. Make sure everything's clean. And I'll get on with the rest. Right, I'll get back to you in a bit. Right, there's a little trick here to get rid of all the soap suds out of the bottle. As you can see, it's full of soap suds. Just let it overflow. All the soap suds will come out to the surface and they'll come out everywhere, as you'll see now. That's the quickest way to get rid of all the soap suds out of the bottle, to let it overflow. As you can see, they're all coming to the surface and the water run clear. If you repeat this stage a couple of times, all the soap suds will come out and be a lot easier. Right, on to the next. Right everyone, here I have a pint mix of teaspoon of citric acid and one crushed Campden tablet. So what I'm going to do with this now is I'm going to pour it into the demijohn to sterilise the demijohn. I'll swirl that around inside, so that'll sterilise my bottle inside. I'll pour all that in. Whatever you do, don't breathe the fumes from this mix, because it's a horrible sensation, not nice at all. The acid and everything, it's not nice. Hard to explain it, but it's not nice smell to it. So what I'll do now is I'll swirl that around and I'll sterilise the bottle. Then I'll pour it over my utensils, my funnel. Might even do this as well, the spoon and things like that, before I stir the wine. Right, might just even save a little bit to put in my airlock. There's a little mark on there, I don't know if you can see that. Just fill it up to that mark and that'll be sterile as well. And I'm not forgetting the bung, the rubber bung. Right, I'll get on with that then. and we'll get on to the next stage. Right, my next stage, as you can see, I've prepared everything, I've washed everything, sterilised my straining bag. What I'm going to do is transfer that with a ladle into my 10 litre stainless steel pan, which has been washed with hot water and soapy water. I've got my ladle ready, so I'll strain it into there first and then I'll pour it into the bottle using my funnel. Everything being sterilised, so everything's clean, everything's ready, bottle's ready. I've even got my airlock. I filled it up a little bit with the sterilised water, the Campden tablets and the citric acid, just a little bit, just to stop any flies or anything going down there to spoil my wine. Right, all that's sterile. So I'll just get on with this. I'll take the lid off. Been stirring this daily for a week. So as you can see in there, it's fermenting pretty well. Just get my spoon. I don't know if you can see that. Smell is lovely, by the way. Alright. So I'll strain this off now. I'll transfer all this to the 10 litre stainless steel pan through the mesh, and I'll catch you with the next. So it's a bit awkward, you can't hold this and ladle at the same time, so I'll catch you on the next bit. Alright, see you in a bit. Right, so I've transferred everything from there now into the straining bag, which I'll show you. I'll just grab that properly. The straining bag's doing a brilliant job. It's a very, very, very fine mesh, and it will strain out everything. I know there's a lot of discolour in there, but that'll settle in the bottle in the demijohn in the form of sediment. But as you can see, this straining bag is very fine and it sorts out all the rubbish. So I'll just let that drip off a little bit and I'll transfer that then to the demijohn. Right, catch you in a bit. Just thought I'd mention, I don't squash the pulp in there because it'll push out most of the sediment, the rubbish as well. So we'll have more sediment, so let it strain off itself. As you can see, it's running off quite nicely. Just a little bit of patience and we'll carry on. Right, I'll see you on the next stage. See you in a bit. Right, so here we have the next stage, in which I'll transfer the wine or the must to the demijohn. I always do this on the sink and have a tea towel underneath to stop anything slipping and sliding. I stand my demijohn. If you've been watching my previous videos, you'd see that I always do this in the sink in case of any spillages or any mess of any sort, to keep everybody happy in the house here, wife and things. I always wash everything up afterwards, make sure everything's nice and clean, and everybody's happy. So this is a transfer of the wine to the demijohn. It's a slow process, but as you can see it's filling up. The smell is gorgeous, by the way. I don't know if you can see that alright, it's a little bit dark in here for some reason. I'm right by the window, but it's a little bit dark here. But I'll carry on. The next stage will be fitting the airlock, and we'll see how it goes. I'll probably do a part 3 as well, where I'll be racking off the first racking of the wine, which is siphoning off, should I say, the wine from the demijohn to another demijohn, which will be also sterilised beforehand, and finish off the fermentation and rack off again. Possibly twice I'll rack it off before bottling. So there we are. I'll carry on with this and I'll catch you with the next stage where it fits in the airlock. Right, in a bit. Right, here we have the bottle full now. As you can see, I don't fill too far. The most of the vigorous fermentation has passed, because it's been in the bucket for about a week. Well, it must be a week. So the worst of the vigorous fermentation has passed now. So the next stage now will be to fit the airlock, which I've already sterilised. So I'll just push that in. Just hold on a minute, I'll push this down. Right, so there's the airlock. As you can see, it's starting to ferment already. It's pushing the water from one side to the next. So we'll leave it in here now until it stops fermenting, then I'll rack it off and we'll carry on. That'll be stage 3. I might do stage 3, we'll see, depending on time and things. So I'll see you on the next. I'll take some pictures when the wine starts bubbling vigorously. I don't think it'll start bubbling vigorously because most of the fermentation has passed. So I'll just put this in a warm place now and let it ferment out. However long it take, could be 2 or 3 weeks. So there we are. Happy winemaking, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I might see you on stage 3. Alright, try for now.